So MrBeast has responded to an allegation. So recently, for those who don't know, MrBeast has come under fire quite a lot. Now this was because of a guy called Dogpack who came out with a video calling him a fraud and saying that he fakes everything he does. Not only that, he doesn't give out the prizes he says he does, and he also produces fake lotteries, which is illegal. Anyways, if you want to know more about that, I recommend going and watching my other videos. I have about 3. This is number 4. Now in my last video, we took a look at Jake Weddle, who was a former employee of MrBeast, and his interview with Dogpack Dawson, who made the first video. He has made 2 parts. The second video was a whole interview with Jake Weddle. Now in that interview, he goes on to say how the conditions he worked in were pretty shitty, how he was treated horribly, and how he had to go through therapy afterwards, and that he's basically just got degraded the whole time he worked there. Recently, about 2 days ago, he came out with a new video and released this audio that was apparently leaked.
What are our options? Is this legally considered defamation? Because I was struggling here. Can someone please tell me just what my options are here? Because we were supposed to launch the toys today. Jake knows what he wants. Jake knows what he thinks he needs. He just wants to be a stupid stand-up comedian and making all that free. He has no idea how much fucking money I spent on that video just to scrap it. Jake, I don't think Jake's a problem. I think it's Dawson.
That audio sounded pretty shitty, didn't it? Well, that was actually AI. Yes, you heard that right. That weren't real. And just to confirm this, the guy who sent this to Jake Weddle also confirmed that it wasn't real.
I didn't expect you to actually respond. I was messing around thinking it might be funny. Ended up on drama alert or something, but definitely pushed it too far. Bro, you would have fucked my whole shit up. I thought that was the Beast team fucking with my head. You know how paranoid I've been?
Now, I just want to say before I get into anything else, full credit to Jake Weddle for not just running with this without actually, looking at the source here, because that could have actually ended really badly. He done his research and found out it wasn't real, so respect on you for that one. I don't know why anybody would want to make an AI thing like that. It is kind of dangerous, this shit. Like, I see AI stuff popping up all the time like that. It is really, really bad, especially like this, because it's so believable. This could actually ruin people's careers. It's likely that people actually look into things and can figure that out. MrBeast actually did reply to Jake through a text, and this is what he said. Hey, I wanted to reach out and say I didn't mean to cause you any mental stress with that video, and I apologize. Clearly it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other 190,000, and I'd love to make things right with you. I have zero expectations of you mentioning me, sending you this money publicly, or taking videos down. This is just me wanting to help out and make sure you're good. I just need to know if you still use the same bank or not. We'll send the money on Monday. I wish you the best. Now, Jake goes on to say that he didn't actually want to take any money off MrBeast here because it felt disingenuous to do that, with the things that he had said. But he does have bills to pay. He is a human being. And to be honest, I fully understand that. If you got bills to pay and you were basically given like a free get out of jail card with your debt, why not take it? Not only that, MrBeast also says that he can continue doing what he's doing and continue talking, and he's not going to threaten him with legal action.
I need that money. But I don't want you guys to think that that's going to change how I feel. I don't want you guys to think I'm going to go back on anything I said. I still want Dogpack's videos to come out and shed light on some stories that need to be heard. And I want Rosanna to keep fucking crushing it, that bitch. Oh, she's so fucking... Gosh, she's crushing it, dude.
So I don't blame Jake for taking that money. Some people will probably think he's a sellout. Me personally, I don't think so. I think he is going to continue making videos and continue being genuine here. Now, on the other hand, this text from MrBeast also seemed pretty genuine. Now, you can look at it in a way where it's like maybe he's just paying him to be silent, which could be the case. But also, he seems pretty concerned. He apologized and he's trying to do right. So you can't really fault him for that. Now, Jake wasn't the only ex-employee to be making videos on MrBeast. There was also a guy called Ty Orr who posted a video basically claiming that MrBeast stole his ideas.
Not a single word until I saw this on Twitter. Just uploaded the most insane video we've ever done. Go watch. Take a look at this picture. Take a good hard look at this picture. Does that remind you of anything you've seen so far? Does it remind you of anything you've seen remotely close to it? Or does it look like the exact same thing that I drew? The exact same thing that I pitched? everything. Do you want to know how much I got paid for that? Zero. I didn't get paid a single dime.
So the gist of his video was MrBeast asked him to come out to have a vibe check to see if he could get hired, to basically give him ideas for videos. He wanted him to be an ideas guy. Ty gave him an idea. They were running with the idea. Once he got sent back home after the whole thing, he got told that he wasn't on the job. Like, they didn't want him, basically. They were doing a lot of changes in the whole facility. Later down the line, turns out that they used his video idea. No credit, no nothing. No money, no nothing. Now, some people will say, you worked for free anyway. You knew what you was getting into. And yeah, I agree with that. But on a person-to-person level, the respect there is just non-existent. You know, if you're going to use somebody else's work and claim it as your own, I just feel like that's a really shitty thing to do. Now, I know business is business. You know, these things happen, but just a little bit of credit would have been nice. And not only that, after his video went up, they tried claiming that they didn't steal his idea and that they had that idea to begin with, but it's just not the case. Now, a lot of people didn't like this video, mainly because of the ending, okay? And that's because he asked people for money for a GoFundMe. Now, me personally, I thought that was kind of scummy as well. I don't see the point in asking people for money. It just seems really like, you know, like you're begging people for money for some reason, like people owe you something. They don't. I think he got kind of confused with the budget of this idea happening and that he was owed what the budget was. It's all a bit confusing, but a GoFundMe just isn't the way to go around it. Even someone like Dogpack told you in the comments here. Now, since then, he has come up with a second video, not long ago, about an hour ago now, of me recording this video, addressing all these things, basically addressing that the whole, you know, them saying that they didn't steal his video is a lie. Okay, and he has receipts for this.
What they posted on Twitter was completely irrelevant. It doesn't show any proof of anything, that it was their idea. They had been thinking of it, and if they did, they would have done it a long time ago. But they clearly did not think of any of that stuff themselves. They wanted an outside person to come help them so that they can complete their objective. That had nothing to do with me. That post was irrelevant, didn't make sense, and it didn't prove a single thing.
He also took down the GoFundMe and says that once he rewatched it, yeah, he felt pretty shitty about it and he took it down, which is the right call. He also refunded everybody, so fair play on that one. You know, good. That is a good thing. You shouldn't be taking money. This is a situation that needs light. It doesn't need people gaining off of it.
I don't want you guys' money. Everything was refunded. If you don't listen to me, listen to Dogpack. There are so many things that make sense, and there are so many things that don't make sense that just can't be ignored at this point.
So apparently MrBeast's girlfriend recently had an interview where she was asked a question about all these allegations, and what she said was, half of these things aren't even true. Here's an actual quote. She says, half the things that are said are not true. I wouldn't be with him if they were. Now, this has obviously made people think, like, what do you mean only half of these things aren't true? Okay, like, people might be reading into this, but saying that is like a figure of speech where you know that certain things aren't true, but certain things are true. So what is true and what isn't true? All that's done really is not help MrBeast in any way. It's made more people speculate even more, like, oh, she's actually kind of saying that things are true here, but not all of it. So what isn't true and what is? We don't know. Like I said, though, take this bit of information with a bit of grain of salt, because I can't find the actual interview. If anybody does find it, could you please link it in the description below and I'll look more into it. But right now, through my research, couldn't find it. All I could find was headlines talking about it. MrBeast is still yet to come out with a response, but from Jake Weddle's recent video, he kind of says that MrBeast is going to come out with a statement. He's probably just gathering as much information as he possibly can and taking his time with it, which is fair enough. You know, these things need to be addressed properly, but if he doesn't address it, that's an issue. Okay, that is a big issue. He needs to address it. He's got a huge audience. People need to know the truth here. But yeah, like I said, if anything else comes out, I will update you guys on the situation. But until then, that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.